Hello there, Panda. Well, right now we're in Lyushunkou District of Dalian City in northeast China's Liaoning province. And today we are going to explore how the green and the circular agriculture to benefit local people's lives. So first, let me introduce my colleague Suyi, who is Mr. Lincoln Humphries. He's actually the anchor of CGTN's global business.
Wonderful to be here, continuing our journey of Dongbei with you, Youyang. And of course, looking at agriculture and farming. It's a business, it's a growing business, and so is Chinese traditional medicine, big business. So very fascinating stuff we've got for you today.
Well, indeed, besides business, well, Lincoln, I got the first question for you. So ignore the real location where we are and take a look at the environment. Where do you think we exactly are?
Well, you could be forgiven for thinking we are in a deep, dark, lush, moist southern Chinese rainforest, but that's not the case.
Indeed, it's rare to see such humid and lush areas here in northern China. That's because this greenhouse to plant a traditional Chinese medicine is called Dendrobium officinale. So now let me introduce my guest here. It's Mr. Wang Haijun. He's the person in charge of this micro-planting town of Dendrobium officinale. So Mr. Wang, thank you so much for joining us. So as we know, the Dendrobium officinale mainly distributed in East China's Zhejiang and Anhui provinces, also in southwest China's Yunnan province. So what difficulties have you encountered? We'll try to move the Dendrobium officinale from the south to north. 所以感谢您加入我们的节目哈，能不能给我们讲讲您这个实现铁皮石斛的南药北种到底都遇到了哪些困难呢？
是的，南药北种呢，我们是东北地区是首家。铁皮石斛呢是长江里种的，我们用了4年的时间完成了它的科研技术，所有的包括
and conquer all of the difficulties. For example, we also have the processing of the crops and food. We have different dimensions for the analysis of the crop.
Well, after 4 years of research and development, actually the Dendrobium officinale finally rooted here in North China, marking a breakthrough. So earlier I traveled to this micro town of planting the Dendrobium officinale and take a look at the details behind their efforts. Guess what is it? Dendrobium officinale is a subtropical plant mainly distributed in East China's Anhui and Zhejiang provinces. After years of development and research, it finally reached Lyushun, a city in northeast China, marking an entry in north, which is the breakthrough.
We spent 4 years in research and development. First, we imported sprouts from the southern region. However, this kind of sprout cannot live in the northeast. We believe that was because the sprout cannot adapt to the local climate. Then we started to cultivate our own seedlings in the northeast. Finally, these sprouts survived and grew in this region.
Dendrobium officinale is a valuable plant for traditional Chinese medicine. Some research shows that it contains various bioactive components, such as polysaccharides and flavonoids, giving the plant some medicinal functions, such as cardioprotective, anti-tumor, and more. Also, the plant has a lot of commercial value.
I must say Dendrobium officinale is a high-value plant. We have planted about 100 more Dendrobium officinale here with the annual output of about 10,000 kilograms. The annual sales revenue could hit about 20 million yuan or $2.8 million US.
Moreover, the planting substrates of Dendrobium officinale is replaced every 3 years, and the decomposed wood chips can be used to plant cherry or weeds. With no pesticides or fertilizers applied during the planting processes, local ecological environment has been greatly protected.
Lyushun
places great importance on circular agriculture. That builds a foundation for green and low-carbon development of the local agricultural sector. This mode makes our green products more competitive in the market. For our next step, we will bring this kind of modern planting technology to more peasant households while making this industry bigger and stronger.
Lyushun has started to implement circular agriculture since 2022. During this period, ecological agricultural technology, modern advanced equipment, and low-carbon planting modes have been introduced into the farming sector. Through research and development, subtropical plants can also reach the cold northeastern areas. And these efforts are bringing new industries in China's rural areas, while helping the people build a better life. Well, it's indeed a hard work, Link. Well, after watching the process of moving the Dendrobium officinale from south to north, what left you the deepest impression?
It's very impressive how much painstaking work, years of painstaking work has gone in, and to get the results that they have is very commendable. I think anyone who's tried to grow orchids of any kind knows how difficult it can be and how painstaking the efforts can be. To see it done on such a massive scale is very, very impressive. And this is just one grow room that they've got here at the facility. There are several, and it's really, really impressive to see how much care they've taken through the research they've done. I mean, the height of the ceilings, the size of the windows, the humidity and how often that they irrigate, it all comes down to a very fine art, and it's good to see it working.
Yeah. Besides the details in this greenhouse, actually in the story, we also see here in this area also implement a kind of circular agriculture, and they use the substrates actually to planting more cherries and wheat to save the energy. So that is why comes my second question to Mr. Wang. So tell us more details about that. 所以王老师，我们知道在您这儿，您还在应用一种循环经济哈，就我们知道种这个相当于铁皮石斛的机制，您还用它再去种这个樱桃和麦子等等。那这个是怎么样来操作的呢？
是的，铁皮石斛呢。
Yes, indeed. For the Dendrobium officinale, they have to depend on certain substrate. So this substrate will be deteriorated in 3 to 5 years. But still, we are seeing that for some of the elements, they're very conducive for the wheat and also the cherries. And by using all of this substrate, and actually this will also help us to improve the production of the wheat and cherry. This also form the circular agriculture.
How do you take a look at the circular agriculture here?
It's so important. I mean, not just important, it's necessary. I mean, as we've got growing populations right around the world, we've got growing demand of so many different products, including this. So it's going to be necessary to extract value, but to also keep it going forward for everyone who needs it.